Have you ever heard the phrase, but not all of us? It often follows a discussion about harmful behaviors or actions that have impacted individuals or communities. And at first glance, it may seem like a harmless rebuttal, but this phrase can carry deeper implications. Today, we will explore how this seemingly innocent response serves to minimize harm, lower defenses, and ultimately leave individuals vulnerable to being hurt again. Join me as we delve into the nuances of language, accountability, and the importance of understanding the broader context of our interactions. In our daily lives, we interact with a variety of perspectives and experiences. And when discussing our issues related to injustice, discrimination, or any form of harm, it is not uncommon for someone to interject with, "but not all of us." This statement is used to distance the speaker from the behaviors being criticized, creating a sense of separation or absolution or absolving themselves from responsibility. However, it is essential to recognize that such a response undermines the experiences of those who have been harmed. Before we continue with why this fallacy is harmful, I actually want to teach you the rebuttal to this fallacy. Enough to warrant precaution and preventative measures. What this essentially does is that it forces the other party to understand that even if only a few people of their group harms or have harmed another, it's enough for accountability to still need to be taken. I have a simple example. Let's say that there was a 50% chance that you will get slapped in your face by a pillow when you walk outside of your front door. What precautions would you take? My guess is not much. But how much precaution would you take if there was a 10% chance of getting shot by a bullet? I'm willing to bet more than the pillow. But the likelihood of getting shot is so low. So why worry about it? It's because the potential for harm can and often does supersede the potential for occurrence, meaning that the effect that smaller numbers can have are still just as dangerous, or even more so because of the amount of harm that it can cause. This is all done because people want to avoid group accountability. But when doing so, it leaves the people who brought it up vulnerable to attack and their feelings unacknowledged, making them regret opening up in the first place and will make them not want to open up in the future, and bringing up the transgressions that they suffered or that they continue to suffer in silence. I believe that although this phrase may seem harmless, it is more nefarious than even we could have imagined. This phrase is used to allow wolves in sheep's clothing to go back and roam the pastures looking for another potential target. It is crucial to understand that acknowledging the collective impact of harmful actions doesn't necessarily equate to blaming all individuals within a group. It instead fosters a sense of accountability and some empathy. When we use the rebuttal enough to warrant precaution and preventative measures, we bring to light the fact that there does not need to be harm in large numbers in order to justify our actions or precautions, and therefore allows the person or group to validate their own experiences when and if other groups fail to do so. When you bring up a systemic or group-based issue and someone responds with, "but not all of us," understand that they are minimizing your issue. Calmly educate them on how that phrase undermines your experience. And if they continue with the same rhetoric, let them know that although your issue may not be one that occurs every day or a lot, that it is still enough for you to warrant precaution and preventative measures, and that you shouldn't have to lower your guard in order to make some people feel better about themselves and their group. Now, even though I provided you with the tool to respond to this harmful fallacy, it should also be known that this tool as well can be used as a weapon to continue to harm those in the same group as well. But there is a way we can make sure that this tool is being used in the appropriate manner, and that is through the use of context and balance. I'll give you 2 examples. Let's say a white person may say that the justifiable action against black people making white jokes would be to say the N-word in retaliation. Now, based on context and balance, we can see that this isn't the case. Hollywood was created off of blackface, and it destroyed the cultural dignity of black Americans way before black people were ever able to do any type of retort against it and even go on the offensive. Showing that with context, we can see that this isn't used in a balanced way, which means it's being used for harmful reasons. Now, this one is a little bit more tricky, but with a bit of context and balance, we can once again discern whether or not this adds up. Now, although it's a very terrible problem, when we look at black femicide, most of it happens at the hands of current or past relationship partners, irregardless of race. But to focus retaliation on black male babies that have not even been born yet, on top of not being in any romantic partnership with black women, shows that this retaliation is being done without balance being considered, which shows us that this is also being used in a way to cause harm to a specific group of people. So in conclusion, this response is one that causes harm with the dismissal of people's grievances and opens the door for more people to be harmed. You should always assert the right to protect yourself, but with great power comes great responsibility. I have provided you a tool, and I believe I have provided you with ample instruction to use this tool wisely in order to defend yourself and to tell whether or not others are using this tool in an appropriate manner. Thanks for following me and my philosophy. If you like my philosophy, go ahead and hit the like button. And if not, still hit the like button anyway. I'm always open to debate in the comment section or even being schooled if you have more information on the subject. And as we go, remember that the unexamined life is not one that is worth living. Peace.